Hello, my name is Kennedy. If you are new here or if you're not, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be something a little different. It's just writing a letter to myself and then also specifically what I want to leave behind in 2025 and just basically what I don't want to follow me into February of 2026. I specify February because January as a month is kind of special to society in a way. Like, there's this expectation of change and growth in in January, and just kind of betterment, but that expectation of growth and change doesn't follow into the following months and throughout the rest of the year. You shouldn't dedicate a day or a month to a specific thing, especially something as large as trying to grow and self-betterment. So that's why I'm specifying what I don't want to have follow me basically into February of 2026 and what I'm hoping to continue with, just with new habits, new goals like YouTube. So that's basically what I'm gonna be doing in this video. It's gonna be a pretty just kind of chill sit down video. I have a big notebook here and I'm just basically going to write myself a note, and it will be something that I get to look back on at the end of the year, and I think that will be a really cool aspect as well. It's gonna be a pretty chill vibe, but you know, growth doesn't always happen in major action. Sometimes it's just keeping yourself in check and keeping a reminder. And for me, it always helps having a physical reminder in front of me. You know, I made my 2026 vision board yesterday, made that my laptop screensaver. And now every time I open my laptop, which is like every single day, I get to look at that and I get that reminder of what I'm working towards. So yeah, I mean, I say let's just get right into this. So I'm basically going to be using this notebook that I used in school. I am pressed up against the counter right now because my boyfriend needed the space in our kitchen for the VR set. So I just didn't feel like moving the table, I just sat down. So using this big notebook I had used for like school this semester, but I don't need it anymore because I graduated. I am going to just throw my hair up real quick so that I can lean over. I'm one of those people that will like lean over the paper that I'm writing on and just kind of be insane about it. I've also been just trying to teach myself like a new font, which sounds crazy to say, changing my font, but yeah, whatever. So basically, this is a pretty tough thing to do. I feel like this is very much, I feel like, an intimate look within, and just basically what is not helping me right now. I need to acknowledge that, write it down, and then kind of figure out what the alternative or the help instead would be. So honestly, this might take me a second to actually get started, but obviously I will just cut back in when I start figuring things out. So where I'm at right now is I titled it, "What version of me will not see 2026?" And then I have two columns here to help me start brainstorming what is working and what is not. So this is going to help me for the letter section, which I'm gonna put on this like kind of second half-ish of the paper. So yeah, I'm going to start brainstorming what things are working for me and what will continue to help me progress later on, what things are not, and what I need to fix, drop, etc. I don't want to start my journey of self-discipline and development and just keeping myself accountable and learning to trust my own thoughts and myself. I don't want to wait until January to start that. I've started that days ago. I'm just kind of at a point where I'm fed up, and just I think waiting until January is not going to help. I think with things like this, you can't wait until the time is right, because the time is never going to be right. You just have to start. The earlier you start, the more development you can make, I feel like. So that might be just the first thing I write down that is working, is just self-discipline. Having to write down that giving up when things get hard isn't working for me feels like it should be obvious. But for me, it's something I've always done. And this morning, it was a bad morning. Woke up, literally really intense cramps woke me up, and I didn't want to leave the bed. And I saw that my bank account was drawn into the negatives, and I was just not having a good time. And I felt super demotivated and just upset. And I had just like a breakdown moment, because you get to this point sometimes where you feel like you're trying so hard and you're not getting anywhere. But the fact that I'm having this thought and the fact that I'm even filming right now shows that I have grown in some capacity, and I just need to continue with that. And eventually all of the work that I am putting in will pay off. And that's something that just you need to remember, that you're not putting work into nothing. You're putting work into yourself, into your motivations, and that does pay off one way or another. Maybe not immediately. Most stuff worth working for doesn't have an immediate result. So giving up is bad, basically, is the preface of what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to stop stalling, because part of my blabbering is stalling with making these very intimate lists of things, and I'm just gonna start writing. Would be no video of Worth without a little dog intermission. Miss Willow. Oh, look at her. Hello. Yeah, she's been sleepy today. She's part pity, and, a key, maybe characteristic of pit bulls is that they hate bad weather, especially winter. So she gets very, very dramatic when the weather is nasty outside. And as it's December 30th today, so deep beginning of winter in upstate New York, and she loves the snow when it's already on the ground, but when it's windy and actively snowing, she is not a fan. So she's been pretty emo about the day-to-day and the weather. Yeah, big couch potato, but okay. I'm stalling, but I think that was a worthwhile little stall. I am going to write this letter. Let's just get cracking. Going kind of onto the next page, not too far though. It definitely ended up being a decently long paper, or not paper, but like little letter, which I'm happy with, honestly. I feel like I had some good things to write to me, and yeah, it honestly felt like a really good therapy practice almost as well, which, yay, nice side effect of this little video practice thing that I just decided to do. That's basically where I'm gonna leave it. I would really love to hear from anybody who watches what types of videos you would like to see from me. I am so down to do more reading videos. Honestly, I'll do gaming. I love games. I love playing games, but I also really love lifestyle stuff, growth stuff like this. Tomorrow I'm just planning on doing a slow little morning with me, so you'll see that in the following episode. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna rip this paper out of the notebook, fold it up, and just store it away for me to read December 30th of 2026. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you got this far. I really do appreciate it. Please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It helps so much for small channels like mine to grow and find new audiences, build audiences. I mean, how often do you get to say that you've been around since the beginning? I would love to just curate a really welcoming place for people to gather and experience life together. And yeah, that's basically it. I will catch you next time. Take care.